Kids, people like pass a lot. Who preach the truth with no mask and not spread fear and hate for an aftershock. Millions lost cause the faith is shook. The pandemic threw a major hook. Just like the punch that Nader took. The sound alone is what made you look. For a place you can run to. Safe from devils that will hunt you. Say you're not ready, but he's on you. So please shine bright like the sun do. Ooh. Wondering why many churches are closed. Illiberal policies going unopposed. Stand up in faith and abandon he goes. On progress I'm working, but he already knows.
I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders. When I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders.
Yeah, here come that devil again. Must be a lib always meddling. He knows I ain't gon' let him in. I ain't a beta male, I ain't feminine. I got the medicine, I don't play. I ain't better than I won't sway. I lack melanin, I'm an elephant. I'ma tell the truth and no shame. Y'all think I'ma just fold. I'ma fight the fight, I won't roll. I'ma light the light and my light is bright, cause I know that I'm not alone. I'm in my zone, he's on the throne. I'm not confused, he's on my dome. I ain't no rat, ain't no Democrat. I am a God, he never will cap, okay? Mask off and stop fearing. Grab a job and move your rear end. Take a look at my past, I was freaking. In fact, got my foot on the gas and he's steering. Whoa. Now when the devil talking, please don't run. Snatch that coward by the throat and tell him I'm with the sun. He'll leave you alone for a little, but he coming for you. Just put your faith in him, cause God could work wonders for you, okay?
And I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders. When I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders.
Yeah. He's working wonders now. No wonder it's working out. Previously tongue-tied when it comes time to speak up for what I deserve. Back when I couldn't find the words. In this life I learned if I observe, then I'll discern the lies they hide behind the curtains. In the circus to define the word that's in verse where I find the courage. And when I am heard, I'll be sure that my pride is earned. Picture Reese sitting in a scene where he didn't speak. Everybody looking at him like kid's a freak. Literally paralyzed by history. Perpetuated in defeat, but it in retreat. See, he turned his weakness to his Herculean word served to ensure his freedom. And the shackles that bound him converted in purpose. A purse down beneath him observing the beacon. Picture me spitting this flow to the masses. For I'd have thrown up this glow up is drastic. We put our soul in this, but never sold for this. Trevor and Topher, no holding us captive. Devil's been known to control us with tactics. Motives exposing and focus the faction. We put our soul in this, but never sold for this. Trevor and Topher, you know it's a classic.
And I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders. When I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders.
Condescending when you tell me how they think it, they reduce it to my melanin. Like it didn't pay the cost, so my brother took a loss for your chance of the donkey or the elephant, but neither one is relevant. This is for the blacks or the whites that are coming off arrogant. Calling me a traitor for not following, I heard that's absurd, and I heard that it's even more prevalent when you don't understand what I've been through. And blood don't tell me who I'm kin to. That's determined in by the friends who share the same values as me, don't pretend to. Act like you know everything that I need. Conservative in the way I believe, regardless of whatever you may perceive. I'm black and nobody can take that from me.
Don't attack me cause I ain't no Democrat. Said don't attack me cause I ain't Republican. Yeah, I'm still black. Yeah, I'm still black. Said don't attack me cause of all my politics. You ain't gotta deal with all this shit that I deal
My friend no cannot be limited.
I do what I want, okay?
Think otherwise, then you ignorant.
Leave me alone, because
And feed your body, and I'm different.
Don't attack me cause I ain't no Democrat. Said don't attack me cause I ain't Republican. Yeah, I'm still black. Yeah, I'm still black. Said don't attack me cause of all my politics. You ain't gotta deal with all this shit that I deal with. Yeah, I'm still black. Yeah, I'm still black. I'm still black. Banger, 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 gotta bang. We the ones that put them words that's scrolling out in outer space. You don't want a war with stars, we all a problem. We the gang that took over these coordinates, don't bring it our way.
Fire, fire, better retire. On the job, ain't no one higher. High up, see the hardest drivers. Galaxy riders, alien siders. Out in the field, we left them signs. This is seismic, broke that ground. That's why we signed up. Zodiac signs ain't no one buyer.
I'm a desperado, there will be no next to follow. Time I give 'em extra throttle, but I never need to flex it. Better when you exit, we shine like Apollo. And I got a whole list of accolades, I'm feeling like Milano. No rappers have gone the motto, ayy.
Fire, fire, burning all through my veins, aiming higher and higher. Enemies know my name.
Banger, 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 gotta bang. We the ones that put
All right, fine, whatever, Deep State. Okay? Gosh. Way to point out our flaws.
They're trying to communicate.
If this wasn't a free,
trying to
if this wasn't a free empire, you'd have been arrested a long time ago.
Nanner.
But
Trying
yeah,
to communicate.
so here's what I said. If you weren't here yesterday, we changed up the format of the show. Instead of doing 3 podcast episodes a week, we're going back to 1 podcast episode so that we can better prepare and produce that episode and better use our time, i.e. the other 2 days, to still stream but gather research, discuss the topics more in preparation for the show, and more importantly hear from the Rube Empire citizens and get feedback and ideas and
Yowie
all that
wowie.
jazz. So thanks
Get-
for watching Deep State.
We also, yes, thank you for watching Deep State. As always, we love to hate you.
Yes. A little FYI. I'm gonna start working on a little graphic for the Deep State update. You know, little motion graphic.
Deep State.
No, it won't be. It won't be that lame. It'll be
Oh,
lame,
come
but
on. That's funny.
it's funny. It's funny.
I don't have very many, but that's a gem.
So
Anyways,
we're going to talk about energy. We've already talked about that.
Yep.
Deep State with the subscription. Thank you for paying your taxes voluntarily. The Deep State.
Deep State.
Meeting and exceeding expectations each and every day. It's true.
Yep.
It's true.
How dare you?
So we're going to talk about energy. Obviously, it's a big deal right now. We're going to talk about the Don't Say Gay, the so-called Don't Say Gay bill. That is total garbage. In the Florida House, or past the Florida House, it's headed to the Florida Senate.
Yeah.
Got a clip of DeSantis just laying into a reporter who
A libtard reporter.
yeah, of course. But what do you guys want to talk about? 2-year anniversary of subverting the kings. Booyah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's a 24-month streak. Wow.
Nice.
You're a very loyal dissenter, and we appreciate that. And that's why we're gonna reward you with your own graphic. Also, because you're just freaking funny, and that's all there is to it.
Plus, you're the Deep State, so I mean, there's no arguing with the Deep State.
I
You've
mean,
been
not if you want to
screwing with
stay
us for
alive.
so many years.
Let's see. Let me try to ring Ray. Where the heck is he?
Was he supposed to be on tonight?
Yeah.
No, he's supposed to be on tomorrow night. Tomorrow
Well,
night's
he's
the big one.
definitely going to be on tomorrow night, but he told me at the Pinewood Derby today that he was going to be able to get on today. So
Yowie wowie!
What happened? How did that happen?
oh my. A gifted sub. So Dusty out here paying other people's taxes. And remember,
That's what I'm
if you
good
don't
at.
want to subscribe because you don't want to give Amazon half of your money, there's a donation link down below in the About section. And through that, all of your money will come directly to us. All the money that you feel willing to give. So, that's a nice workaround for not funding these giant globalist corporations that want to control everything. Granted, we're on here streaming on their service, and but it's not like they're making a ton of money off of us yet. To be fair. To be fair.
To be fair.
The kick-ass Duke likes giving money to Amazon, so
Yeah, occasionally when I have it.
yeah.
To be honest, it's not really my money. It's Google paying Amazon.
Yeah, I need to start
just
doing
like
that.
I like that fighting that I can kind of do between them of Google paying Amazon for me using Google.
Deep State says, I prefer to fund globalism. Excellent.
Well, that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so am I. I'm just literally sharing one globalist company to another globalist company. So
Yes. How do you
I'm
do
keeping
that?
it
What
global.
is the what's the thing again? Explain that process.
Okay, so there is a Google Rewards app that you can
Okay.
download,
Okay.
and as you go to different places and it pings you at those places, because I do have the mapping turned on mine, helps me track my hours and where I've been and all that, so helps on all that. Say I go to Starbucks
Mhm.
and it pings you. Hey, did you go to Starbucks? Yes, I did. When did you go? I went at this time. Do you have a picture of the receipt? Yes, no, whatever you want to do, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. It will pay you more if you show your receipt. You show them the receipt, and then they pay you 75 cents or a quarter or whatever. And the charges rack up. It takes about 3 days for the charges to be actually spendable. From the time you get it to being able to spend it. And usually I rack up about $1 to $1.50 a day. So it's not too bad. Make a little bit of money.
Nice.
Doing what I normally do. Not changing my habits at all. And since I'm already being tracked by Google, and I'm utilizing that,
Mm-hmm.
why not?
Why not? Why not indeed? And for you folks out there, hey, there's another way you can support the cause.
And I
You can
literally
do
use all
what
that money
Dusty
that I get
does.
from Google and I pay the subscriptions on this. And it doesn't cost me a dime because Google paid me the money to do what I was already doing anyways, to sub the show.
There you go.
Well, darn. So, good stuff on both ends, in my opinion.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Okay. Gosh darn it. Stand keeps getting in my way and I don't have my... I need water and... no water.
Okay, come on.
So where is the Ray?
I have no idea.
You
But,
backed out.
There's the throne room of the castle.
Listen, when he comes on, do not put him in the middle of us. I don't want him at the top of the pyramid.
I mean, there's no other place for him to go.
Yeah, you can go right above me.
Yeah, that's where.
Or you can, or you two can be at the top and I can be at the bottom of the pyramid. That's fine. I don't care.
Well,
Be a reverse pyramid.
Yeah. Let me text him.
So, Deep State. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, or anybody
You're
else
on
who's
here?
watching.
What would you like to talk about?
Reclusive solitude. Anybody? Got any ideas for the show? Ooh, I want to talk about the executive order on
Which one?
cryptocurrency. On cryptocurrency.
There's a new executive order on crypto.
Oh yeah. But everybody was worried about it. Everybody's trying to. Everybody was worried that it was going to, be regulations just right off the bat. But what I'm understanding is that it looks like it's an executive order to begin researching possible regulations. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, they're going to have a
and to
long
direct-
time before they're going to be able to do anything.
And I think researching development of a fully digital dollar. I hope that's true because
Yeah, they'll give us all a chip.
Bitcoin is the way. That's just it. Bitcoin is the way. Reclusive
So you're gonna
Solitude,
put it in
thanks
a
you for
chip.
the sub. Well, not really interested in a chip.
Or a barcode.
Thank you. Well, I'm not interested in a digital U.S. dollar at all. A Fed coin. Forget that noise. Central bank digital currency. No, thank you. It's almost as if these people haven't read the Federalist Papers.
They haven't. What are you
No, of
talking
course
about?
not.
You're talking about sleepy Joe Biden. He can barely stay awake to give a speech of the addressing the nation. So, what do you want to do with that?
He's gonna say something good. I know it. I know it. Oh, I'm just waiting. He's gonna say something good.
Yeah, I'm Deep State. I'm 230,000 in line still too. It's been like a week and a half.
True. True. Oh, yeah. Well, they don't support Android, so what am I going to do?
I mean, get a better phone.
I'm trying to, but it's not here yet. It's been ordered.
Deep State says Land O'Lakes Butter removed the Native American woman from their logo, but kept the land in the name. Colonizers once
Colonizers.
again removing Native Americans and keeping their land.
All I can think of is Pocahontas singing that song. Do
Which
you
song?
own the land that you land on?
Yes. Well, private
the earth
property
is a dead
rights.
thing you can claim.
It sure is. The government
But
will
I
tell
know
you
every
different.
tree and rock and I don't remember the rest. I remember the rest. I remember how the tune goes, but I don't remember all the words.
Yeah.
It's about
I mean,
then that I fall asleep and
now-
go, oh god.
Now, in reality, in America, we don't own any land, unfortunately.
No.
You may have a mortgage. You may have purchased the land outright. You may have some rights to it, but the government can still come and tell you what to do on it, how to do it.
Yep. Yep.
And they
What
still
not to
charge you. They still steal your money through threat of violence every year in the form of a property tax.
And don't forget, they can tell you what not to do on it too.
Oh, yeah.
You can't fly drones beyond a certain height. You can't drill
Mhm.
oil down past a certain point. You can't dig in certain places. You can't build on certain places.
You can't. You can't. Oh, what was I gonna say? Dang it! I lost it.
So here's a funny story. You know how I live north and kind of rural area of Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my grandmother-in-law owns 36 acres, 32 acres, excuse me, and she's been trying to sell it. The property right across the street from her was bought by Adventist Health. They're building a Tier 1 hospital there, or Tier 1 trauma center, excuse me.
How much is she selling it for?
She'd like to sell it for around $6 million. But
good lord,
the property next to her has 19 and sold for 5, and she's got 32. She wants 6. Well, here's so they're doing exploratory work to getting prepped for building the hospital. They had to halt all building. There's tortoises all over the land out there. Oh, by the way, our family has known about the tortoises forever. There's about 10 of them living in her property. They come up and eat vegetables and whatnot that we leave out for them, all of that. But yeah, apparently they're endangered. Okay.
Man. And it's like, I want to conserve, animal life and stuff. That's what conservatives want to do. But at the same time, it's kind of ridiculous, too.
Can't you transplant tortoises? I mean,
that's what I would say. I mean, isn't that why we have wildlife preserves?
Yeah. There's Wekiva National Forest, less than 2 miles from that location.
So yeah, boom. Done and done.
Yeah. There's a preserve literally across the street from her. Could send it there. But it was hilarious that.
But there's
something
a whole
that we've known about.
hell of a lot of bureaucracy and red tape in between getting that done, if it's even possible.
Correct. And it's so funny because we've known they've been there for decades, half a century that they've lived there. So we've always dealt with the tortoises. They've just been part of us living out there.
Yeah.
And we haven't said a word because we were hoping to sell at a high price and go, oh yeah, by the way, there's about 10, 15 tortoises on the property. Have fun. But now they know about them, so it's all of a sudden the offers have been starting to dry up. Because, oh, wait, we have to deal with this. Crap.
Oh yeah, I did see that Epstein's friend Jean-Luc Brunet killed himself. Yeah.
Yep.
Killed himself.
In the exact same form and way that Epstein did.
He got Epsteined.
Yep.
So that's fun.
Yeah, that really happened.
Yep.
Especially when he was turning state evidence.
And my understanding is that the cameras just weren't working again.
Were the guards asleep again?
I don't think. No, I don't think there was any guards because he wasn't on suicide watch.
Suicide watch? Okay.
But
I can guarantee you that suicide watch, even if he was, the guards. I'm sorry, what'd you say? What? Ooh. Oh. Wonder what that noise is.
Either way, it's nap time, so I have no idea where Ray is, so
I'm sorry, it's dead time. What?
Hopefully he's okay.
We're dying here. We're dying. We're Epsteining here.
Here's an interesting story. Sir Ernest Shackleton's famously lost ship Endurance has been found at the bottom of the Weddell Sea more than a century after it sank. The Endurance was lost in 1915 after being trapped and crushed by ice before sinking, forcing Shackleton and his crew to embark on what became one of the greatest survival stories ever recorded.
And they all survived. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And then finding the ship perfectly preserved.
That's not so surprising in the freaking cold.
I got tied up. I wonder what, with a tie, with a rope? How do you get tied up?
Say that again?
Did he get tied up with a rope, with a tie, with handcuffs?
Jean-Luc?
No. Ray.
Oh, did he?
He said he got tied up with something.
Oh, is he in chat? Or
He's
did he
not coming.
text? Oh, yeah.
Got tied up. I'll be on tomorrow. You better be. Voting to ban the teaching of cursive writing in school. There's way too much cursing. Deep State, it's really good.
I mean, they've already pretty much taken it out of schools, though.
Oh, they have. They've completely taken it out of schools. I actually love the fact that I write in cursive to my wife so my kids can't read it.
Well, but the thing about that is that all of our founding documents are written in cursive.
Yes, they are.
So they're
And I
breeding a
love reading
generation.
'em.
They're breeding a generation that can't read the founding documents.
Well, in the private school my boys were in, they actually taught cursive alongside print.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
us
standard print along
homeschoolers
with
are doing
cursive.
we'll be doing the same thing. But
Dude, Deep State, that's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah. Ray was telling me about the biolabs in Ukraine. Did you see about that?
Oh, they're a fiction. They're a fiction. Then today, well, we've got some concern because of the biolabs that we have in Ukraine. Wait, I thought they were a fiction. Why are they all of a sudden now a reality?
Okay, well
And all
let's
took
get some
5 days.
Let's get some video clips of that.
I can go back to my TikToks. I've got a couple of them where
Okay.
it actually.
Yeah. Find those TikToks and send the link to plausibleFoolishness@gmail.com.
Got it.
Do it now.
Oh,
Do it! Come on! Do it now! Kill
do
me.
the hopper.
What are you waiting for? Okay, so I am going to. I sent myself 2 clips, so I'm gonna pull those off. I gotta find my Twitter downloader. I hate that. I always do that when you have a laptop in your lap and you're also working a PC, like a desktop.
Go to the wrong keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually have my tablet and my laptop sitting next to each other. So I'll be working personal stuff on the tablet and then switch back over to work on the laptop and switch. Oops. I can't put customer information in there. Doesn't work like that. You got to be kidding me. Oh, that's interesting. Video no longer available.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let
It's
me
like
see
they don't
if I can
want you
find.
to.
Yeah, apparently they don't want me talking about it or watching videos about it. So, Did you see the Obi-Wan trailer that dropped today?
Yes, I did.
Having the Grand Inquisitor
Mm-hmm.
as part of
Ask me about seven parental rights and education.
No! Love Rebels.
The spinning
they're
lightsaber
taking-
is kind of dumb, though.
Oh, it's incredibly stupid, but it looks very, very cool.
It's a neat effect, but it's
But
not
that's
very
all
practical.
it is.
Yeah. It's not very practical at all.
Deep State TikTok. Deep State. No searches found. Boy, you really hide your stuff well.
Alright.
There it is. Okay. Plausible foolishness.
I'll tell you what, I want.
There it goes. It. There we go. All right.
Gotta start doing that. Alright.
I'd have to agree with his last statement.
Harris has landed in Poland and will resolve this minor issue in the Ukraine.
Huh?
Harris has landed in Poland and will resolve this minor issue in the Ukraine. Yeah, Harris isn't gonna do jack. She's
gonna flub her way through. She can't even flub her way through a interview, let alone
she's probably the dumbest.
end
person
the
ever.
Ukrainian attack.
Well, no, that's not true. Whoopi Goldberg's pretty dumb, but
There it is. Okay. Got it. So, what else are we talking about?
I don't know. We definitely need more research on the biolab. So we've got, what is your clip? What is that?
It's the senator of. She's not. She's in charge of biolabs and things like that for the United States, saying we've got no biolabs in Ukraine,
Okay.
to a Senate Judiciary Committee.
Okay, so lying under oath, probably.
And then the news reporting that Russia is targeting U.S. biolabs today on the news. Oops. That only took
Yeah.
5 days to go. Woo!
There's also a clip of a woman discussing it. Let me see if I can find that.
Oh, and it also brings up PolitiFact, whatever that is, saying that there's no Russian labs.
No Russian labs, yeah.
Or
It's true.
no U.S. No U.S.
Ukrainian
bio
US
labs
Okay, in Ukraine.
in Ukraine. It's not factual. And dope, there it is. You're wrong, PolitiFact. And Marco Rubio is the one that drilled her. Undersecretary of State for Political Affairs.
Undersecretaries of State for Political Affairs.
gain control of. So we are working with the Ukrainians on how they can prevent any of those research materials from falling into the hands of.
Does Ukraine have chemical bio?
Ukraine has biological research facilities, which in fact we are now quite concerned Russian forces may be seeking to gain control of. So we are working with the Ukrainians on how they can.
So just out of curiosity, what's to stop Russia from going, hey, Google, where's the labs? Where's the biological labs? Oh, they're grayed out. They're right over there. Okay, thanks. I did watch a really funny TikTok before I came on here. This farmer had 5 Russian tanks in his yard, surrounded by his barn. He'd gone out with his tractor, picked them up, and pulled them over to his farm. 5 tanks.
Wow.
That's just hilarious. I don't care who you are. I saw another one that was really funny. It was a John Deere salesman slapping the hood of the John Deere. This one will pull 5 tanks.
Oh, that's great.
I'm cracking up like, well, there's an advertisement for you. Tractor will pull a tank. Okay, all right, let's go for it.
Okay.
U.S. Today, fact check, false claims of U.S. biolabs in Ukraine tied to Russian disinformation campaign. That was February 27th, 2022.
Excellent. Oh, these guys are great, aren't they? They're just freaking awesome.
Does Ukraine have chemical bio?
Who? What? Huh?
Keep getting these lowball offers for my NFTs, and it's really pissing me off. It's like, no,
US
you're not
Undersecretary-
getting it for $200. I spent way more than that on it, and they're gonna be worth way more than that, you jackass.
MSN flagging posts that Ukraine has biological weapons research in their country's borders. Today, U.S. Undersecretary of State Victoria Nuland saying Congress, there are biological research facilities in Ukraine. We fear Russia will take control of them. Huh. How about that, MSN? So all these different places going, no.
Yep. Yeah, send me that. Send me the links.
You want me to send you all these?
Yeah, I mean, send them all, and then we can. I have something regarding them being there. I just need stuff from, where they're adamantly claiming that they're not there, because, as we all know, they're liars, and it's
Yes.
disturbing.
It's not disturbing. It just is what it is.
Oh, it's disturbing. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, that's the human condition.
Yeah.
But that these people have this much power and are just crazy liars is what's so disturbing. No. Can you email them to plausibleFoolishness@gmail.com?
I'm doing this. I'm emailing and sending in the text.
Well, you're doing both?
Yeah, so you can see it, and if you like it, they can go to the email and find it.
Well, aren't you thoughtful? Look at the kick-ass Duke being a producer. Look at
It's easy to click both. Boom!
Won't he do it, though? Won't he do it?
Won't he do what?
Won't he do it?
Oh, I'll do it. I'll
Not
do it
you.
all night long.
Not you. He, the capital H. Won't God do it? Won't he do it?
Oh, God, he does it every day.
Whenever anything, that's a thing we do. Whenever anything good happens or whatever, that's our response. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? And it's true, he will. He does. He did. All gifts, all blessings and gifts come from above. Breaking. The UK says Russia confirms use of thermobaric weapons in Ukraine.
Thermobaric.
Basically, fuel air bombs, vacuum bombs.
Oh, geez. Vacuum bombs?
Yeah.
Isn't that a breach of Geneva?
I have no idea. I know they've been using cluster bombs in civilian areas, which is definitely a...
No, it isn't. It's just... it's
Cluster
against
bombs
the rules for the United States or for the UN countries to use cluster bombs. It's nothing in the Geneva Convention that
that's not what
you
I've
can't
heard
cluster bomb
from
an
multiple sources.
You can't deliberately target civilians, but in cluster bombing, there's no way to pinpoint accuracy bomb. So some civilian areas are going to get hit.
That's the whole point. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But if we were able to just cluster bomb stuff, well, guess what? It'd be a lot easier to fight some of these wars we've fought, like in Afghanistan. Just go, all right, we're going to take that mountain down right over there and just kind of level it out. Maybe make a little crater, whatever. B8, was it a B-82? Also known as a Moab.
Yep, the mother of all bombs.
Yes.
I love them. I used to. Did you ever play Command and Conquer Generals?
Yes. Love
what
that.
What a great game. And
Yes.
The mother of all bombs was a very fun thing to drop.
Oh, yes. When you got that, you're like, oh, things are going to die.
Yeah. My question is, why is a fuel air bomb not against the Geneva Conventions or whatever.
It is.
I don't know why. Bombs are bombs. I mean, these are very destructive, sure.
More destructive than most, and it does it's the only thing more powerful than a fuel bomb, which the United States does have those.
Sure.
Is a nuclear weapon.
Uh-huh.
The biggest fuel bomb that the United States has would destroy, what was it, 10 square miles?
Okay.
It's a gigantic area.
Yeah.
And the area inside, I think it was half a mile or so,
Mm-hmm.
everything gets sucked in and then exploded out. So it does just a tremendous amount of damage. And then you have the fire after that.
Yeah.
So it's one of the worst ways to get hit that's not radiation.
I mean, it's gonna be instantaneous.
No.
Yeah, it is.
I wish it was.
It is.
If you're inside that close area, yes. It's everything else outside of that. No, it's not.
This is my skeptical face.
Being skeptics, listen. Watch some of the videos on vacuum bombs, and you tell me whether or not that's a way you'd want to go. 'Cause it's not the way I'd want to go.
I mean, you just get ripped to shreds.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Yeah, but any bomb is like that. It's not the vacuum thing, but shrapnel.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
bleed
Shrapnel
out.
will hurt. Yeah.
Or you die instantly. It's.
Mhm. I think it's the addition of the fire that
Because
scares me the most.
napalm is gone too. You're not allowed to use that either, right?
You're not supposed to, no.
All right.
You're not allowed to Elon Musk people.
Elon Musk people?
Yeah, not a flamethrower.
Yes, the Boring Company.
Yes. You're not allowed to boring people.
Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, it's unreadable. Okay, so got some movies. Hooray. We're making it happen.
Movies? What kind of movies?
Yeah, we got some videos.
Yay.
We got DeSantis.
Yes.
Saying don't say
President DeSantis. I'm just start calling him President DeSantis.
I want him to be vice
if he
president
keeps
DeSantis.
What?
I think now the best way to go, barring, an anarchist solution to all of this, which is obviously not happening anytime soon. The best way to go is for Trump to run again, which he's going to do. He's pretty much already said it, and make DeSantis his VP pick.
You think he'll go that route?
Yes. I think that's. I think that would be the smartest move, especially because if what you guys said was true, that that he basically his DeSantis's term will be up in Florida anyway, right?
Pretty. I think he's got one more term and then that's it.
Yeah, he's got one more term, which will be decided this election cycle, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, this
he'll
November.
essentially.
Which, have you seen the candidates that are running against him?
I thought there were none.
It joke, absolute joke.
Yeah.
You just gotta go. Really? You want to do that? Okay, fine.
Oh, did you see the sexy summer camp thing?
Sexy summer camp.
Yes.
I don't think I did.
Okay, let me find this story.
Do I want to know about this?
No. But yeah.
Oh dear Lord. Oh.
Wait, did you look it up?
Yeah.
Why didn't you wait for me? Yeah. Let's see. It's from lifenews.com. Pro-abortion activists are becoming more open and aggressive about pushing risky sexual behavior and abortions on younger and younger children. Last summer, the Kentucky group Sexy Sex Ed even advertised a sexy summer camp for children as young as 13. City
So they
Journal
can be
writer
aborted?
Christopher Rufo noticed this week. Organized by a self-described witch and a college student who worked with Planned Parenthood, the camp advertised workshops on self-pleasure, masturbation, and self-managed abortions, as well as sex liberation, being a sex worker, and BDSM, including sadomasochism. One workshop described on the group's website also promoted discussion about sexual activity while using licit and illicit drugs. I didn't know that there were illicit things. Interesting. On the group's Facebook page, it welcomed campers aged 13 and up. However, its website says its programs are for all ages. Quote, "We have teamed up with organizations and educators across Appalachia and beyond to create a space for healing, sharing, exploring, and pleasure," the group wrote on Facebook. "This summer camp is inclusive to all bodies, ages 13 and up, with a sliding scale of $0 to $500. According to Rufo's research, organizer Tanya Turner describes herself as witch and a femme, fat, queer, magical pleasure worker, educator, and artist. He also found a video in which Turner encourages adults to teach toddlers to masturbate. Disgusting. Masturbation is really healthy, and I recommend it to people of all ages. All ages. As soon as my nephews could talk, they were doing that, Turner says in the
How
video.
is she not arrested for pedophilia?
Another organizer, Kirsten Uten, used to work with Planned Parenthood, the billion-dollar abortion chain that aborts more than 350,000 unborn babies every year. Uten describes herself as a young, fat, differently abled, queer community organizer and college student who enjoys working with children. Risky sexual behavior and abortion advocacy go hand in hand, and the camp advertised both. One workshop specifically focused on teaching campers how to abort their unborn babies themselves. What the? According to the workshop description, using the World Health Organization's listed protocols and self-managed abortion safe and supported info guide will provide information about self-managed abortion to reduce self-managed abortion stigma, reduce the stigma, reduce any negative health impact associated with unsafe abortion methods, and to ensure that self-managed abortions are medically and legally as safe as possible. Former abortion workers have warned that the abortion industry uses sex education programs to encourage risky sexual behavior and sell abortions. On its website, Planned Parenthood boasts of being the single largest provider of sex education in the U.S., reaching about 1.5 million people each year. Among its worst teaching points, it tells children that promiscuity is okay. There's nothing bad or unhealthy about having a big number of sexual partners, it tells students on its Tumblr page. Planned Parenthood's booklet for HIV-positive youth, Healthy, Happy, and Hot, tells young people that it is their human right to not tell their sexual partner that they have HIV. And in California, they agree, and they decriminalized it.
Yeah, I thought that was illegal.
Not in California.
Because you're putting other people at risk with your bad behavior.
Not even at risk. You're handing them a potential death sentence.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, medical science has come a long way, but you're at the very least you're
shortening their lives.
You're shortening their lives, or you're you're forcing them into a life of medicines for the rest of their life and
medically
crap
managed.
like that. Yeah. It's gross. Last summer, Washington state parents expressed outrage after their middle school students brought home a flyer from Planned Parenthood explaining that 11-year-olds may have sex with a person up to 2 years older than them, and they can get abortions at any age without their parents' knowledge. In North Carolina, parents also were outraged after learning Planned Parenthood's Get Real curriculum encourages 6th graders to feel comfortable and ready for sex, according to CBS News. In their petition opposing the curriculum, parents said it provides flashcards outlining proper condom usage for vaginal, oral, or anal sex, and recommends the usage of non-microwavable saran wrap as a prophylactic for certain non-reproductive sex acts. Good Lord. Planned Parenthood is an abomination. I mean, and
oh yeah.
I mean, obviously for the baby murder, obviously
yes.
for that, but just the promotion of all other degeneracies regarding sex, and then you got this LGBT fat queer witch lunatic, talking about
adding
teaching
to
toddlers
this fire.
to masturbate.
Essentially throwing napalm on the fire and going, let it burn. Let it all burn.
You should teach your toddlers to masturbate. It's totally healthy.
Yeah, no, it isn't.
And I like to watch it.
I'm sure she does.
Probably shouldn't have said that on the internet. That's a
you being an
yeah. That was my impersonation. That was my impersonation of this
lunatic. Lady. Not you. We all know
no.
that.
Yes. Two Kings do not endorse that garbage.
No. We flat out that it's wrong. It's wrong.
It's one of the few illegal things in the Rube Empire.
It is okay to talk to your kids about sex, and you should. It's not okay to teach them as toddlers how to masturbate. That's wrong. That's so 100%. Wrong in so many levels.
100%.
And then sending them off to a camp so they can be, I can only imagine what.
Well, to be indoctrinated and groomed for, for the globalist, pedophiles. Turning the freaking frogs gay.
Right? For the Jean-Luc
Brunel
and the Epsteins
of the world.
And the Clintons.
And for just the LGBTQ community that preys on children and turns them into copies of themselves.
And okay, does that just help with the suicide rates of the gay and queer communities?
No.
The suicide rates in those communities is obscenely high, much higher than any
I
other.
know for the trans community,
group.
that's definitely true.
Is that trans, gay, queer, blah blah blah, and it keeps progressively going down until you reach heterosexuals. Heterosexuals have the lowest suicide rate of any sexual group that you want to classify.
Yep.
Why is that?
I wonder.
Why?
I wonder. Could it be?
Could it be a symptom?
Could it be that they're
Could it
not
be?
living the plan? Shall I say?
Of dying? Maybe.
No, the plan of that God has laid out. You know, the design.
Yeah,
They're
that
not
plan.
following the design.
The plan. The plan.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I will never complain about a destination wedding again. Russia has been hit with a series of crippling sanctions, and it looks like there's more to come because the U.S. and its European allies are now discussing banning imports of Russian oil. Take that, Putin. We're not going to buy our gas from a war criminal. We're going to buy it from the good guys, Saudi Arabia. But it's going to cost. Since the invasion, oil prices have skyrocketed. Today, the average gas price in America hit an all-time record high of over $4 per gallon. Okay, that stings, but a clean conscience is worth a buck or two. I'm willing to pay. It's important. It's important. I'm willing to pay $4 a gallon. Hell, I'll pay $15 a gallon because I drive a Tesla. Right now.
What's up?
We're frozen.
We're frozen? No, we're streaming.
Yeah.
Well, it's on your end because other people see it.
Based
you're
society.
based
Socialist.
so
out of touch.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Who's out of touch?
100%. I was playing Stephen Colbert talking about how he'll pay I'd be willing to pay $15 a gallon because I drive a Tesla. So you wouldn't actually pay anything, you douchebag.
Yeah, electric cars still are not affordable for anyone other than the wealthy.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't know about you, but I still can't afford a Ford Lightning. Oh wait, it's not out yet.
I don't think I would buy a Ford Lightning.
If I could, I would. But not the base model. Or a Rivian, which won't be around for too much longer.
I've never heard of it.
Rivian?
Yeah.
It's
if I were to
new
buy
premier.
an electric vehicle, I would probably buy a Tesla.
It's the next level Tesla. I like Tesla. Don't get me wrong. I've ridden in a Tesla. I haven't had a chance yet to drive a Tesla.
They seem luxurious.
It's nice. It is very nice. But I find it gimmicky.
Yeah.
As far as it's not really better. It's just kind of got some cool features.
Mm.
But you can put those features on just about any car you want. It just so happens that Tesla put it on an electric car.
Gotcha.
Like making the horn a speaker that plays whatever sound you want through the speaker outside of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or every time you turn on the turn signal, you can actually make the car sound like someone in the car is farting. You can do that in any car. It's just a matter of software.
Sure.
It's just programming.
Yeah, but then on top of that, it's It's. I mean, those are little things for sure.
Yeah.
But
And they
they're
add
the
up
only
to
one doing
a
it.
better experience with a car. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you can do it on a regular gas engine car.
Oh, of course.
It just people don't because that's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. They turned a car into an iPhone. And then Base Socialist says that even if he didn't drive a Tesla, he can still afford any price point for gas. We can't. It's exactly right. He makes $15 million a year.
Who does?
Colbert.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's...
He's not the average American. The average...
The guy is such a gigantic douche.
I'm curious about this because I haven't looked this up in a long time.
Biolabs. Let's see.
Okay, in America, the average income, average wage in America in 2019 was $51,916.
Mm-hmm.
Not
but
quite
you need to look at the median.
Million.
You need to look at the median income because
the median income
the
was
super rich
34,000.
skew it all.
Mm-hmm.
The super rich skew the number, so you need to compare both. So 51,000 is the average, and then the median is
34.
Is 34. So yeah, I mean, I think both numbers are important, you know. But you also have to like with the average, you need to look at the distribution. You need to look at the bell curve, you know.
Me and Jeff Bezos are worth an average of 100 billion.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Plus or minus a few. Yeah, it's okay. Yes, and I agree with that. The average versus the median are two very different things, but you do need to look at both. Now, even if you took the average, that means rich are pulling up, poor are pulling down, blah, blah, blah. It's $51,000. Someone, if you look at the math and you're actually living the way you should, someone making $51,000 cannot afford a Tesla. There was a video on this that Dave Ramsey did. He goes, you want to buy a Tesla? Fine, let's break it down. What's the cost for a Tesla? Blah, blah, blah. What do you need to make in order to afford a Tesla and pay for it and not have it affect your living negatively? You need to make $90,000 to buy a Tesla Model 3, which is the cheapest Tesla that they make. $90,000.
That's a really good point. He says the important thing, though, in that is that based on the median, 50% of Americans make less than $34,000 too.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
my hometown is a little tiny hometown.
Now, even there, there's going to be a bell curve, you know, so the bulk of Americans are going to be around that 34,000 mark, you know?
Yep. And then you're going to have outliers on either side that drop down.
Sure. But, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your story.
So, my hometown that I grew up in, the median income up there is $24,000. That's the median income. It is a very poor community. Not to say that there's not people that have money, and that's not to say that there's not jobs. There are a few jobs out there, but it's all in customer service, and it's all in places like Walmart, McDonald's, shopping centers, things like that. There's no manufacturing left in my hometown, where there's still companies there that make stuff, but it was primarily an RV manufacturing center for the entire country. Like if there was an RV made, the chassis was probably made in my hometown. That's just where it was.
Yeah.
And ever since 2008 happened, it has not returned. My hometown is a sad place to be. Part of the reason why I kind of saw it coming when I was in high school. I was like, I don't want to work in a factory my entire life. That's not where I want to be. And so I was actively looking for a place that I wouldn't have those kind of constraints where it's either factory work or McDonald's work. Which do you want? Very limited choice on what you can do.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why, part of the reason why I moved to Indiana. The other reason was I was paying a state tax, a county tax, a city tax, and a town tax. Yeah.
All from your income.
All in the income. And then, of course, federal. But everybody has to pay federal. But all out of my income. So it was an additional, I think I worked it out to an additional 20% out of my paycheck. So, nope, I'm done. Bye. I went to a state that has none of that. I really researched it. I was like, what states don't charge taxes? Texas and Florida. I'm going to Florida.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm actually going back there that week that I said I'm not going to be here. That's where I'm going. For a couple of days anyways. We worked our trip out to where we can swing into my hometown after hitting Minneapolis.
That's cool.
Yeah. I get to see a couple of old friends.
Meh.
My old pastor. He's awesome. If you ever wanted a bad dad joke, he's got them all. The guy is literally a walking bad dad joke. What's great is he works them into his sermons. So if you're careful, you can go, "Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there."
That's funny.
Oh yeah. What's even funnier is when he works them into his prayers. Because you're just like, you're praying and all of a sudden, wait a second. Did he just... He did. So, what are you looking up?
I'm trying to add things to the... There we go.
To the show?
Yeah, to the thing so it's ready for tomorrow. And there we go. Just the facts. Just nuclear energy, just the facts, Freunds.
Yeah, I really want to talk about nuclear energy and the what the abilities are with that.
And we got some movies, and I'm gonna look at those TikToks and see about adding those in. Yep, I think we got a solid show tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
This is gonna be...
Join us. What time do you think that
on.
we should do it? Should we just keep to the 9:30?
Ooh. I really enjoyed the little bit earlier, the 7:30. It was a little bit, granted, a little bit more difficult to get there on time, but it was nice.
Yeah, like 20% of, yeah, it's only about 20% of U.S. electricity comes from nuclear, but we should our argument is that more should be coming from nuclear. 40% of all the green energy that is produced comes from nuclear.
Yes, and we could easily bump that up to 60%, and our energy needs would practically disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like the argument right now is, we need to open up the Keystone Pipeline and all that stuff, and all that's true. We definitely do need to do that.
Mhm.
But that's the
Band-Aid.
Yeah, it's kind of a band-aid. This is the long-term solution, especially as if we're supposed to go, all electric by 2050 in cars and crap like that,
So I follow this nuclear physicist, and she helps design nuclear power plants.
You're such a dork.
And comes up, what?
I said you're such a dork.
I am a way dork, especially when it comes to this stuff. I love it. And she's really entertaining the way she presents her information. One of the things that she said was some of the older plants in the United States are coming up on their life cycle end, which is about 40 years. The ones that she's designing now last almost 120 years before the end of their life cycle. So imagine building a power plant that will produce power for 120 years. Cleanly.
Power plant that will produce power for 120 years. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Clean energy, built once, and used for 120 years. Tell me how that's not green. Tell me. You tell me.
Oh, but
there's no waste.
The waste.
There is no waste.
No,
there's
there's
no
waste.
nuclear waste. It uses 100% of the uranium.
No, but the waste.
There is no waste.
No, the sludge though.
There is no sludge.
The ooze. I mean, how do we get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles then, huh?
We don't
have that
anymore.
How do we get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I tell you how we get it.
Become a sensei.
Let me tell you how to do it. It's all using military stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because of our treaties with Russia.
The military-industrial complex. Gotcha. Well, I'm on the left and I'm for war now, so.
Well, just take the leftover nuclear power plants that we have from all the nuclear ships that have been decommissioned, and just turn them into uranium shells and start shooting them at the Russians.
Ooh. I do hate Russia because CNN told me to. So.
Yeah. Depleted uranium. That's what it's full of.
Yeah.
Why not just shoot it?
Now, don't get us wrong. I'm not saying Russia's a great, Russia's great. I'm not a Putin supporter in this.
No, we get most of our uranium from Nevada.
Oh, really? I had no idea. No, I know what they're thinking of. They're thinking of when we sold a bunch of uranium to Russia.
Yeah, we have done that. And
that was who was
of
that?
Our titanium from Russia.
Who was it that sold all that uranium? It was
wasn't.
Oh, Hillary Clinton. That's right.
Yeah. Under the Clintons.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, we do get most of our titanium though from Russia for our airplanes and submarines. So just FYI on that one. Oh, and our SR-71s, we got them from Russia during the Cold War. That was really entertaining. If you ever want a really cool story about how we were able to build a titanium plane called the SR-71, where the only place you can get titanium from at that time was Russia, to build the plane and spy on Russia, yeah, that's a fun story.
Cool. Thanks, Grandpa.
Doesn't include uranium sources. Yeah, we do.
%16%.
Yep. Yeah, 16%, according to
Okay. Well,
Reuters.
I mean, we do. There's all kinds of.
We get all kinds
garbage
of
going
minerals
on.
and whatnot from Russia, and
We support
from the
we
Middle
support
East.
all the people that hate us. I mean, and don't.
I mean, where do you think we get all of our
don't be
lithium
fooled,
from?
Russia
Not the
hates
United
us.
States. We get it from Africa.
What's this?
Lithium.
Yeah.
And it's immensely ecologically destructive. Mining for lithium.
But we won't build coal power plants because we want to, save the planet. Starting with Africa, we want Africa to be green. Well, we want it to be a giant lithium pit that doesn't have smog, at least.
Yeah. Well, it will have smog from the lithium pits.
Oh. Okay. Then I don't know.
Yeah, we don't want our air dirty, just theirs. Yes, agreed.
Yeah, but I mean, like, clean coal is a thing. I mean, it's not like obviously it's not like breathing fresh air outside, but it's not as bad as it was. It's not like, the pictures of the Industrial Revolution. Right? But here's the thing. Africa is so impoverished, and the thing they need is energy.
Yeah.
Now, I'd be for building nuclear power plants there too. But, we could have been. Yeah, I mean,
one reason alone why I wouldn't want to do nuclear power plants.
Well,
It's
Chernobyl.
too unstable. The political landscape is too unstable
understand.
for that kind of
True. I mean, I agree.
tinderbox.
I agree. So
Coal?
So
Go
coal.
right ahead.
Yeah. So do the coal. They need power.
Yeah.
They'll never get. Wakanda is a fairy tale.
Yes.
Okay. For two reasons.
Wakanda forever.
A, vibranium doesn't exist.
Yes.
And so they don't have the energy source that they need to rise out of poverty. And B, the culture even then would not necessarily have taken vibranium and done anything significant with it.
Yep.
I mean, all the technology for the wheel was available in North America, and when the Europeans landed in North America, the wheel had not been invented here.
Yep.
It's no different.
Why not? Why not?
Culture.
Exactly.
The culture told them that the spirits controlled nature, and there was no rhyme or reason to it, and so scientific exploration was not a thought. They had no Christianity. They didn't have the God of the Bible that led to the idea that the universe was ordered and could be understood. That's just the long and short of it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching us prep for the episode tomorrow.
Yes. Join us tomorrow. It's going to be a rocking episode. I think it's going to be one of our best ones yet. Do lost pens go to heaven? I hope not.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, that would be There'd be so many. Just be a giant mess. Ink everywhere. Ugh.
Right.
No, thank you. What was I gonna say? As for time, let's do 9:30 so that we can then let everybody know that we'll talk with Ray, and then we can let everybody know that, you know, if the time changes.
Okay, sounds good.
Because he may not be able to make it as often, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching.
Well, if he can make one day, it better be Thursday.
Exactly. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Peace out. We love you.
Good night, everybody.
Catch me walking through your hood just like I'm Kimberly Classic. It's time to face it. We fighting now for the next generation. Stop being basic. We at war, battle for all creation. The truth can align with any lie, no matter how you would place it. The son of man's like scatter flock. The kids, people like pass a lot. Who preach the truth with no mask and not spread fear and hate for an aftershock. Millions lost cause the faith is shook. The pandemic threw a major hook. Just like the punch that Nathan took. The sign alone is what made you look. For a place you can run to. Safe from devils that will hunt you. Say you're not ready, but he's on you. So please shine bright like the sun do. Ooh, wondering why many churches are closed. Illiberal policies going unopposed. Stand up in faith and the vanity goals. No progress I'm working, but he already knows.
I can't find the words